now we welcome a special guest who we were able to coax into a construction vest today, all for the sake of a very important announcement. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver, thank you for being here.
Thank you, Gillian, and Mayor Butts gave me special dispensation. He said, I'm in charge here and you don't have to wear the helmet for 5 minutes. So thank you very much. Mayor Bass, I know this is slightly out of your jurisdiction, but he gave you special dispensation as well. So hopefully we'll be okay for the next few minutes. And they're under such a tight schedule here that we said, can you stop the song for 8 minutes? And they said, no. The only way we're going to be able to open on time. So I'm going to get right to the point here. So it is my absolute privilege to announce the 2026 NBA All-Star Game will be held here in Inglewood at this brand new Intuit Dome. Congratulations, everyone. There are just a few words about our All-Star festivities. I know Steve has been calling this building basketball heaven. That's what we used to call All-Star, so I got to come up with a new name now. So it's basketball heaven is coming to basketball heaven, I think so far, but I'll work on that. But people in LA are familiar with our All-Star festivities. These games are distributed in more than 200 countries. It's not just the All-Star game itself, there are events throughout the week. I had the opportunity to get the deluxe tour from Gillian and Steve this morning of this building. Not only are there 5 courts, there's technology that is unmatched in any facility I've ever seen. I think no doubt Steve and Gillian have been meticulous in looking at every single detail. And even beyond that, I think we all agree that once the building opens, there'll be even more things that they realize they can do differently. I can just say that, having been, I think, to pretty much every basketball arena in the world probably over the course of my many years at the NBA, I eagerly await the first opportunity to see a Clippers game here in this fantastic Intuit Dome. And then, of course, all NBA fans are eager to see an NBA All-Star game here. So thank you to the community. Thank you, Mayor Butts. Thank you, Mayor Bass, for your hospitality. And with that, I thought this was the point. Steve Ballmer is about to speak, gentlemen and madams. So the energy level is about to come up another notch. So without further ado, Clippers Chairman Steve Ballmer.
I gotta ask a question here. Mayor Butts, you're the boss. Can I take mine off too, please? If I can figure it out. That's always good. It was mostly a big show to say thank you again. I'll keep it on. I won't get in trouble with the safety people that way too. Thank you very much, Adam. It is wonderful that you're here, and I'm even happier with the announcement that you made. It is such an honor for us to be able to host an All-Star game. I can't even tell you, I was giddy when I heard it was possible, and even giddier when the league told us that we'd have the All-Star game here. I'll switch away from heaven of basketball if you like, and I'll just say we want this to be the penultimate basketball experience on the planet. As good as it gets, the pinnacle, the peak. Now, of course, some years somebody will bypass us, but man, we put everything into getting ahead of that in this building. This is the primary thing. Yes, we have clubs and lots of bathrooms, 1,500 and something different whatever they call them, facilities. I can't call them toilets because they're not all toilets. But anyway, this is the featured item. This is where we need the intensity. This is where we need the crowd roar, right here in the bowl. And we spent a lot of time thinking through the details of this. How do you get people in and out quickly? Bathrooms and concessions need to be fast. How do you get people to cheer? We'll actually track your decibel level and let you know how loud you've been. You want to go get some food, walk out, just grab it. You bring your game face, we call it. You can just grab food and beverage. No cashier or anything else. You just walk out with the food that you want, get back to your seat pretty quickly. So we need to support this. We wanted it steep. and you can see some of the steepness here. If you look, where you can't see behind me is what we call our wall of sound. It's 51 rows, top to bottom. It's steeper than anything you see from this vantage point to try to bring the fans in closer to the game. That'll be what we call a clipper-only zone. Some of you may notice sometimes, because of all the transplants here in LA, we'll see people from other places, but you actually have to register for what we call a Chuck Mark, our mascot. You have to follow us on Instagram. You got to buy a jersey. You have to have been a season ticket holder. 3 or 4 different things you can pick from, but you're not going to sit there if you're not really on our team. And that's the big wall, if you will, that I'm really excited about. Seats. The seats are generous in their leg room and in their width. We took what we saw in other NBA arenas and we tried to go a step further. So you have actually the same depth of step, top to bottom, all the way to the upper bowl. In the upper bowl, it gives you a little more headroom. In the lower bowl, a little more leg room, but we've been working hard on that. Stay in your seat or get up. You get up, we're going to know that you stood up. As long as you want us to, you've got to give us the permission. We'll know that you get up. We know that you cheer. We know how loudly you cheer. If you're good on those things, we can give you little discounts around the shop just to reinforce that excellent behavior that we want and need of our fans to make this thing rocking. I mean, look, our fans have a role to play with our team. This isn't just for the fans to enjoy the experience. If our fans do their job right, it's going to help our team play better. And that's super important to us. So I'm excited about all those things and many more. If you want me to get going for half an hour, which nobody does, I'm well over my time now, but I'm happy to. Key dates. I'm really excited for this year's playoffs. Even though they won't be here, I am excited for this year's playoffs. And I know Clipper Nation will be. August, we get to move in here and start up. We move in June. We have our first opportunities for concerts by middle of August, but we'll already have had an event with 10,000 or so people to test things out and really put it through its paces. And then, of course, there's our grand opening in the 24-25 season. We are appreciative that the league gave us a year to get our act together so that we can be not just perfect, but perfect when the All-Star game comes here. I mean, just think, if you want to have the pinnacle of basketball, you have to have the very best players in the world playing here. And we're just beyond delighted. When Mayor Butts and I first met in January of 2016, we couldn't have hoped for the All-Star game this early. In a way, I'm amazed it took us almost 9 years, 8.5 with the mayor to get this done. But I'm delighted that we're done and we'll be here. So we're all getting ready. We're all getting prepared. I want to have a special shout out again to the architects at AECOM and the construction guys at AECOM Turner. I get over here at least once a month, maybe more, and the guys, they are just, to me, construction is amazing. I look around here and say, how's this going to be done by the end of June? And they just say to me, you got it. We got you. So thank you all again. Thank you, Mayor Bass, but really thank you, Mayor Butts. This guy's a driving force, and you'll hear that now. Mayor Butts, to the podium.
Now, after all that, all I can give you is history. I've been with the city of Inglewood since 1972 in the police department. In that time, I got to meet Jerry West, the logo, Shaquille O'Neal, Kobe Bryant, Byron Scott, Steve Ballmer. Was here for Steve Ballmer. But now, after 13 years as mayor, my career is complete because I got to meet Adam Silver, the commissioner. So Adam Silver, my good friend Steve Ballmer,
Mayor Karen Bass of the great city of Los Angeles, and fans of the greatest professional basketball league in the world. Welcome to the latest chapter of the Inglewood, Los Angeles version of the Hunger Games. LA would be the capital where the citizens were all well fed, and Inglewood would be the Panem. This all started in 1968 when Jack Kikut carefully selected Inglewood as his choice in which to build the fabulous Forum, now the Kia Forum, owned by Steve Ballmer. He loves the game of Monopoly, you guys. In 1999, Los Angeles lured the Lakers and Kings of the National Hockey League back to the city of Los Angeles. Within 11 years, Inglewood would be on the verge of municipal bankruptcy, and I would be fortunate enough to be elected mayor in that year. It's said that revenge is a dish best served cold, and it would take 21 years, but in 2020, the NFL Rams would leave the Los Angeles Coliseum for Inglewood and would be joined by another former Los Angeles team, the Chargers. In January 2016, Steve, Dennis, and I met at the Ritz-Carlton in Marina del Rey, and 8 years after that meeting, the Clippers will play basketball in the City of Champions. And now, the trifecta is complete. In 1983, 41 years ago, while I was a lieutenant in the Inglewood Police Department, Inglewood hosted the All-Star Weekend at the Forum. The 1983 All-Star Weekend and the 84 Olympic basketball games and Super Bowl 56 up to now are the biggest events ever held in the City of Champions. This All-Star Weekend will be the greatest event ever held in the greatest arena in the world, the Intuit Dome. Together, Mayor Bass, LA and Inglewood will continue to bring international sports and entertainment to the County of Los Angeles and to the world for decades to come. Thank you guys very much. I want to introduce my partner, Karen Bass of the great city of Los Angeles.
Good afternoon. What an amazing way to start a day. It is very exciting to be here, and it's very exciting to be here with this gentleman, the mayor of Inglewood, Steve Ballmer, Adam Silver. It is a very exciting day because we are thrilled with this announcement that the Clippers in the city of Inglewood have been selected to host the 75th NBA All-Star Game in 2026, where there is a long and storied history of basketball. I want to thank the commissioner, the mayor, the Clippers organization, and I want to recognize and thank our LA Sports and Entertainment Commission for their tireless efforts to bring world-class events like this to our global city. Today's announcement is exciting for all of us, and I especially want to focus on the mayor here, because I call him a transformative mayor. When you talked about the history and Inglewood, what you have done, what he has done in his tenure as mayor, I told him I want to be like him when I grow up. So give him another round of applause. The economic advantage that this event will bring, I want to highlight. This event brought more than $100 million of economic impact when our region last hosted it 6 years ago. Looking ahead, NBA All-Star Weekend 2026 is projected to generate more than $350 million in economic and media impact for the greater Los Angeles area. That is amazing. And just think, that's 2026, where there'll also be the World Cup, 2027, the Super Bowl, 2028, the Olympics. Oh my goodness, all of those events can be transformative to our region, and I am just very proud to stand here with my partner and colleague, Mayor Butts, and I know there is so much more to come from our area, so this is amazing. I look forward to being here in June when Mayor Butts will give the state of the city, and then back here in August. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mayor Bass. Now, we do have a few questions for you guys. So I am going to start with the commissioner, Adam. Basketball heaven returns to LA. This is an exciting day, but what can fans expect from All-Star 2026?
I think you heard it from, everybody hear me okay? You heard it from both mayors from past experience having the All-Star festivities both here in Inglewood and in Los Angeles, that it becomes the center of the basketball universe. Instead, not only will the games be distributed in over 200 countries, partners of the league, basketball fans from around the world will come here as well. As you heard, we estimate the economic impact will be roughly $350 million, and that's because there's so many activities throughout the weeks, and whether they're clinics, concerts, fashion shows, social justice forums, everything that the league is involved in, we touch on over the course of the time we're here, and that's why it's so impactful to communities when we bring All-Star.
That's amazing. Steve, the penultimate basketball experience, I think we can all agree, looks amazing already. So what are you most excited about the Clippers and Intuit Dome hosting All-Star 2026?
Well, to me, I'd say two things. Number one, look, if you want to be penultimate in basketball, the best way is have the best players in the world. Sports is amazing, by the way. You know, I worked in business, there's a lot of competition, but in sports, you actually know who the best person and the best people in the world are who do something. I can't even imagine what it's like for somebody to be able to say, yeah, I know I'm in the top 24 at this game everywhere in the world. And to have that group here is the ultimate honor, I'd say, for what we're trying to accomplish with the building.
That's incredible.